I want to talk to you today about something that might surprise you why living alone beats any relationship. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let me clarify. I'm not saying relationships are bad. In fact, relationships are a beautiful part of life. But there's a certain power and peace that comes with being on your own that is often overlooked. You see, living alone isn't about isolation or loneliness. It's about embracing the freedom, independence, and fulfillment that comes when you're fully in control of your own life. Living alone gives you a unique opportunity to truly discover who you are without the external influences or distractions of others. When you're on your own, you are free to explore your own thoughts, desires, and needs without the pressure of fitting into someone else's expectations. You don't have to compromise your values, dreams, or ambitions for the sake of someone else's desires or opinions. You're free to think deeply about what you truly want out of life, your career, your passions, your purpose. This is the time to ask yourself the big questions. What brings me joy? What am I passionate about? What kind of person do I want to become? In relationships, whether romantic, familial, or even friendships, it's easy to lose sight of your individuality. You can get so caught up in the dynamic between two people that you may start to make decisions based on what others want or need rather than on what is right for you. But living alone gives you the freedom to reconnect with your own sense of identity. You have the space to figure out what truly makes you tick, what energizes you, what drives you forward. When you're by yourself, there's no one telling you how you should live your life. You're the architect of your own future. This kind of independence allows you to break free from any preconceived notions you might have adopted along the way. It's a chance to reclaim the parts of yourself that may have been buried under the weight of obligations, expectations, or responsibilities to others. You can make decisions that are in alignment with your true values and start to build a life based on what you want, not what others think you should want. Living alone isn't just about physical space, it's about emotional and mental space too. You can take time to reflect, explore, and experiment. You can take that art class you've always wanted to take, travel to a new place without having to check in with anyone else, or spend hours reading or writing without any interruptions. The freedom to follow your curiosity and your interests is a luxury that's hard to come by in a relationship. This period of self-discovery is invaluable. You'll be surprised at how much you learn about yourself, about your strengths, your desires, your boundaries, and even your fears. It's an ongoing journey that shapes you into a more confident, self-aware, and fulfilled person. When you live alone, you are not just existing, you are actively discovering yourself every single day. And when you know yourself truly and deeply, you can show up as a more authentic, grounded person in all areas of your life. This freedom to discover who you are is one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself. It allows you to build a strong, unshakable foundation that will carry you through whatever life throws at you. And when the time comes for relationships to enter the picture, you'll be entering them as your. When you live alone, there is a profound sense of peaceful independence that comes with it. This is more than just the freedom to do whatever you want. It's about creating an environment where you are the sole authority over your life. In relationships, there is often a dynamic of compromise, of adjusting to someone else's preferences, needs, and emotional rhythms. But in solitude, you are the captain of your ship, and your course is set according to your own desires and values. You get to determine the tempo of your life. Do you want to start your day with meditation, exercise, or a cup of coffee in silence? It's up to you. Are you someone who enjoys spontaneity, or do you prefer structure? Living alone allows you to live in harmony with your natural rhythms. There's no one else's needs, emotions, or schedules to consider but your own. If you want to spend an entire afternoon reading, reflecting, or working on a personal project, there is no one to disrupt or change that flow. The independence to live life on your terms is a gift that many people only realize when they find themselves living alone. There's a level of satisfaction that comes from knowing you can handle your own affairs. You make decisions on your own, whether they're big or small. You choose how you spend your time, where you spend your energy, and how you shape the trajectory of your life. And this isn't about escaping from the world. It's about embracing your role as the master of your own existence, living intentionally and with purpose. Living alone also offers a unique form of emotional independence. You're not dependent on someone else to validate you, to provide you with emotional stability, or to give you a sense of worth. Your peace of mind isn't hinged on someone else's behavior or mood swings. You are free to be fully yourself, to navigate your own emotional landscape without outside influence. Whether you're feeling joyful, stressed, or reflective, you are the one in control of how you manage your emotional health. This allows you to cultivate a deep inner peace that isn't easily shaken by external circumstances. In relationships, emotional dependence can sometimes create an imbalance where one person relies too heavily on the other for support or validation. But when you live alone, you learn to provide your own emotional stability. You learn how to soothe yourself in moments of stress, how to celebrate your own victories, and how to find peace even in the most challenging times. This kind of emotional self-sufficiency is powerful because it means you are not waiting for someone else to create your happiness or resolve your struggles. You are empowered to navigate your life with resilience, knowing that you are whole and capable of handling whatever comes your way. Living alone creates a fertile environment for personal growth. In the absence of daily distractions from others, you can truly focus on yourself, your goals, your development, and your aspirations. Personal growth requires time, reflection, and often solitude. When you're living alone, you have the luxury of investing in your own development without the pressure of juggling other people's needs or expectations. This is a time to explore your potential, to examine who you are and who you want to become without anyone else's input or influence. Without the noise of others' opinions or the demands of a shared life, you can take a deep, honest look at your own thoughts, patterns, and behaviors. You can identify areas of your life that need improvement and focus on strengthening them. Whether it's working on your emotional intelligence, setting better boundaries, or becoming more disciplined in your habits, living alone allows you to dive deep into self-improvement. You can take time for activities that foster growth like reading, learning new skills, taking courses, or practicing mindfulness. Moreover, living alone removes the distractions that often cloud our minds when we're in relationships. It's easy to become absorbed in the dynamics between two people trying to meet their needs, manage their emotions, or make decisions together. But when you're alone, you can tune into your own thoughts and feelings. You can ask yourself, what do I really want? What drives me? What am I passionate about? The space for this kind of self-inquiry is invaluable for personal growth. You can refine your goals, test out new ideas, and make decisions based on what aligns with your true values, not based on compromise or the influence of someone else. Additionally, living alone allows you the time and space to heal. Whether you're recovering from past trauma, processing emotional pain, or simply giving yourself time to breathe after a stressful period, solitude gives you the room to mend. You can focus on building emotional resilience, practicing gratitude, or exploring practices like journaling or therapy. You can reconnect with yourself in a way that's often difficult in the midst of a busy relationship or shared life. The process of healing, growing, and evolving happens more naturally when you are able to give yourself the time, space, and freedom to fully focus on it. Living alone is a profound lesson in self-sufficiency. When you are on your own, you are solely responsible for your well-being physically, emotionally, and mentally. This creates a unique sense of empowerment. You don't rely on anyone else to take care of you or fix your problems. You become the person who solves your own issues, makes your own decisions, and handles the challenges that arise in your life. This self-sufficiency builds a deep sense of confidence because you are constantly proving to yourself that you can manage no matter what. When you're living alone, you learn how to take care of yourself in ways that might seem simple but are deeply empowering. You learn how to cook, clean, budget, and organize your own life. You become the person who manages everything from finances to health to emotional well-being. There is no one else to lean on for support. You are your own source of strength. And while relationships often provide external sources of support, living alone teaches you how to tap into your own inner resources and become your own pillar of strength. Self-sufficiency is also about emotional resilience. When you live alone, you are forced to face your own emotional ups and downs. There's no one to distract you or buffer you from your feelings. You learn how to comfort yourself when you're feeling down, how to cheer yourself on when you're feeling discouraged, and how to stay calm and composed when things don't go as planned. You begin to trust your own ability to weather life's storms. You know that even in challenging times, you have the strength and wisdom to move forward. Moreover, self-sufficiency breeds independence in other areas of life. You learn how to manage your own schedule, balance your work and personal life, and ensure that your needs are met without relying on others. There's a sense of pride that comes from being fully responsible for your life. You make your own choices, chart your own course, and take ownership of your happiness. This independence allows you to live more authentically and assertively, knowing that you are in control of your own destiny. Living alone is an invaluable opportunity to embrace the power of self-sufficiency. When you live alone, you're the one who handles everything from your finances to your emotions to your daily routines. There's no one else to turn to when you face a challenge, which means you become the solution to your own problems. This kind of independence doesn't just build resilience, it also fosters deep self-confidence. When you rely on yourself, you discover just how capable you are of navigating life's ups and downs. You develop a sense of trust in your own abilities, knowing that no matter what, you can manage and thrive on your own. One of the most empowering aspects of self-sufficiency is the ability to take full responsibility for your life. You learn to handle all aspects of your household: cooking, cleaning, managing your finances, maintaining your health, and organizing your time without waiting for someone else to step in. You realize that you're the only person who can ensure your well-being and happiness, which makes you more intentional about how you spend your time and energy. You learn to prioritize what's important to you and make decisions based on your own needs without feeling the pressure of someone else's expectations. Living alone also gives you the space to build emotional self-sufficiency. In a relationship, it's easy to fall into patterns of relying on someone else for emotional validation or support. But when you live alone, you're forced to cultivate your own emotional resilience. You learn to manage your own feelings, process your emotions, and self-soothe when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. This ability to handle your emotions independently builds emotional maturity. You understand that you're in charge of how you respond to life's challenges. Rather than seeking external validation or comfort, you turn inward to find peace and clarity. Moreover, living alone forces you to develop practical skills that may have been taken for granted in a shared living situation. You become adept at solving problems independently, whether it's fixing something around the house, handling a car repair, or making tough decisions. The sense of accomplishment that comes from solving problems on your own can be incredibly rewarding. You no longer wait for someone else to take the lead or offer a solution. You trust yourself to take action and make decisions. This self-reliance breeds a strong sense of pride because you realize that you don't need anyone else to be capable, competent, or successful. You are fully equipped to take care of yourself, and that is empowering beyond measure. Being self-sufficient doesn't mean isolating yourself or rejecting the help of others. It simply means knowing that you have the inner strength to handle whatever comes your way. It's about building a foundation of independence and confidence that enables you to live life on your own terms. Living alone offers a priceless gift, a life free from unnecessary drama and distractions. In relationships, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, there is often an undercurrent of tension, miscommunication, or emotional baggage that can drain your energy. Conflicts arise, opinions clash, and there is always the need for compromise and negotiation. But when you live alone, you create a space that is entirely yours, one that is free from the noise of others' emotions, moods, and expectations. The absence of this external influence gives you the rare opportunity to live with a sense of clarity, peace, and focus. Without the constant back and forth that often comes with living in a shared environment, you can structure your life exactly how you want it. There are no sudden interruptions, no unsolicited opinions, no emotional drama that pulls your attention in multiple directions. You are the only one who sets the tone of your home. If you want a quiet environment to focus on your work, meditate, or just relax, that is entirely up to you. Your space becomes a sanctuary, a place of calm where you can recharge without the anxiety or tension that sometimes arises in shared living situations. The tranquility that comes with living alone is invaluable for maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. In relationships, there can also be the constant challenge of balancing different personalities and preferences. What one person wants may conflict with what the other person desires, leading to tension or dissatisfaction. When you live alone, there's no need to negotiate or adjust your lifestyle to fit the preferences of others. Whether it's how you organize your space, what kind of music you listen to, or when you prefer to go to bed, you have full autonomy. There's no need for compromise on the small day-to-day things, which allows you to fully enjoy your personal preferences and create an environment that nurtures your own happiness. Living alone also helps you guard your energy. When you're constantly surrounded by others, whether they're roommates, partners, or family members, you often find yourself absorbing their emotions and moods. If someone is stressed or upset, it can affect your own state of mind. But in solitude, you are the only emotional frequency in your space. You can choose what influences your energy and what doesn't. You can create a peaceful atmosphere that promotes relaxation, focus, and emotional balance. There's no emotional drainage from external conflicts or issues, which means your energy remains intact for your own use. The ability to avoid drama and distractions in your life also frees up your time. You no longer need to be constantly managing relationships, solving interpersonal issues, or dealing with the emotional fallout from others. Instead, you can direct that energy toward your own growth and goals. Your time is yours to invest as you see fit, whether it's working on a personal project, pursuing a passion, or simply enjoying quiet moments of solitude. You become the master of your time, and this freedom allows you to make progress on what truly matters to you. Living alone provides a unique and powerful opportunity to experience unmatched fulfillment, one that comes from within. When you live alone, you are no longer dependent on external sources such as a partner, family, or friends to validate your happiness or sense of self-worth. You come to realize that true fulfillment is not something that can be given to you by someone else. It's something that you cultivate from the inside. This internal fulfillment is often more profound than anything external relationships can offer because it is anchored in your own sense of purpose, self-love, and contentment. You no longer feel the pressure to find happiness in another person, place, or thing because you understand that happiness resides within you. The process of creating your own fulfillment begins with learning how to enjoy your own company. In a world that often promotes the idea that happiness is only found in connection with others, living alone forces you to challenge this idea and find joy in solitude. You can spend time doing the things that genuinely make you happy, whether it's indulging in hobbies, pursuing personal goals, or simply having the space to think and reflect. There's a deep satisfaction that comes from choosing your own path without the influence or expectations of others. You start to realize that being content with your own company is not only possible, but is a prerequisite for any healthy relationship in the future. Living alone also offers you the freedom to build your life according to your own values and vision. There's no need to compromise your desires for someone else's comfort or preferences. Whether it's deciding where you want to live, what you want to eat, or how you spend your free time, everything is tailored to your unique needs and dreams. This ability to live authentically, aligned with your own desires, creates a profound sense of fulfillment because you know that the life you're building is entirely your own. You aren't living according to anyone else's rules or timelines. You're creating your own blueprint for success, and that is incredibly empowering. One of the most fulfilling aspects of living alone is the opportunity to pursue personal growth and self-discovery. You are free to explore your passions, set new goals, and challenge yourself in ways that you may not have had the chance to in a shared living situation. You have the space to try new things, make mistakes, learn, and adapt without the need to answer to anyone else. This freedom to explore who you are, what you love, and what you're capable of is one of the greatest gifts of living solo. It allows you to build confidence, cultivate self-discipline, and develop a deep sense of satisfaction with the person you're becoming. Every step of growth is deeply fulfilling because it's entirely your own journey. Living alone also teaches you to appreciate the little things, moments that might otherwise be overlooked in the hustle and bustle of shared living. You begin to savor the quiet, the stillness, and the freedom to live on your own terms. It's in these quiet moments that you find real joy, whether it's a morning coffee, a walk in nature, or the satisfaction of crossing something off your to-do list. These small, everyday moments begin to fill your life with meaning and contentment, and over time, they accumulate into a deep and lasting sense of fulfillment that doesn't rely on external circumstances. Additionally, the sense of independence that comes with living alone adds another layer to your fulfillment. There's a unique joy in realizing that you are fully responsible for your own happiness, well-being, and success. You are not waiting for someone else to complete you or bring you happiness. Instead, you create your own sense of joy through your actions, your choices, and your attitude. The confidence that comes from knowing you can handle life on your own terms brings an immense sense of fulfillment. You become your own source of strength and happiness. And that is something that no external relationship can ever provide in the same way. Finally, living alone allows you to develop a deeper understanding of what truly matters to you. Without the constant influence of others, you have the space to reflect on your own values, priorities, and goals. You can think about the kind of life you want to live, the legacy you want to leave behind, and the person you want to become. This self-awareness, this clarity of purpose adds another dimension to your fulfillment. You know that you are living in alignment with your true self, and that brings a sense of peace and satisfaction that is unmatched by any external relationship or validation. It's the fulfillment that comes from living authentically and pursuing your dreams on your own terms.